I've been an executive assistant for the past 30 years. I've also written 2 books on this subject, so you're in exactly the right space. Thank you for joining me today, and I'm going to take you through 5 mistakes to avoid on arrival for an off-site event. So we're talking about when your attendees are arriving at the event, 5 things that you could prevent from happening that might hamper your event. And this is for executive assistants, office admins, office managers. I've personally organised, over 100 events, both in the UK and internationally. So I know a little bit about organising an offsite, and I'm going to share some top tips with you today. So thank you for watching. Can I just ask you please to like and subscribe for future episodes so you get them straight into your inbox when I release them? That'll be lovely. Thank you so much. Can I just say, for the eagle-eyed among you, I must introduce you to Mr. Bojangles here, who may well feature in future videos that I make in this office. So going back to the topic in hand, talking about offsites. Now, let me just clarify what an offsite is. So an offsite can be any event that you've taken offsite to another venue that isn't yours. Now, this can be still internal people, so your colleagues or your team, or it could be client-facing. So it could be a client-facing event, so you've got external people there. We're going to put event signage in the entrance lobby, obvious one. You need people to walk through and find out where your meeting room is. If you don't do this, what actually happens is that people walk through into the entrance and they go straight to the reception desk and they say, which meeting room is so-and-so event? That means potentially they're queuing behind the people that are checking in and checking out of that venue. And it's a step that you can remove. This is all about being efficient, letting your delegates and your attendees to ease into your venue and your meeting seamlessly and take out these elements of confusion and time wasting when they're not required. Ask the hotel team to put this signage in place for you. Some of them had digital boards. Some have a physical board that they can place in the foyer. If they don't have these things, then ask for a banner stand from your marketing team, which is a big banner. It's a pop-up banner with your branding on. So they're going to find that in the entrance. So the next one, have a sign outside of the lift or the elevator. So the reason we do this, if you come outside of an elevator, you don't know which way you're going. You don't know if you're going left or you're going right. If you have a sign slightly to the side that you want them to walk, job done. They know which way they're going. Then we're going to have another sign outside your actual meeting room. So this is, again, massive hotels. If they're walking way along a corridor and they're thinking it can't be down here, you've put another banner sign, pop-up sign outside the meeting room, so they see the logo in the distance. They know they're going there. They know they've got the right place. It's also very professional. It's a way of making that first impression and guiding people through into your meeting. They understand they're going to a professional meeting with a professional brand. So it's all about giving them that journey on the way to your event. So that's the signage. Get the signage in place and you're getting them into the room. No problems there. If you are hiring a venue that you haven't seen, you might not know if this is necessary. Even if you don't know, have somebody else walk to the room for you from the entrance of the hotel. If you're going in a massive hotel as well, I would time this too. If you have, say, a speaker arriving or your boss and they are really short on time, you need to know the time distance from the entrance of the hotel through to your off-site space. And again, I'm going back to some seriously big hotels. It could be 10 minutes to get from the front entrance of the hotel because the conference centre could be in a totally different area of the hotel. Always check this, check these facts, check again, make sure you've got it exactly right, and then you'll be able to communicate this before the event, at the event, when people are arriving, and there's no issues. I should just point out, if you're unable to walk this route before your event, and that sometimes happens because we're international EAs and the event is happening in a different country to where you are working in, physically ask somebody else to do this for you. It might not be a colleague, but if you're working with a venue finding company or a company that is managing this booking for you, ask them to do it. Number 2, coat and bag storage. When people have found your event with your perfectly placed signs and your logos and your branding, the next thing they're going to do when they walk into your meeting room area is want to take their coats off, put their bags down, take their laptops out, get set up. People that have travelled have also got wheelie bags, they've got rucksacks, they've got kit bags, they've got a demo bag, they've got goodness knows what coming in with them, and all of this stuff is all arriving at once into your nice meeting room, which is all set up and laid out looking beautiful. Suddenly there's a whole pile of stuff and there's nowhere to put it. So make sure that the venue is ready and they have got some kind of facility set up to put coats, bags, any kind of luggage that's coming to your event, which inevitably there is. People are going to be staying overnight, or they've stayed the night before to get there early. What you want to do is make sure that there's a room for this and let people know on arrival, signpost them to that space and say, would you mind, can you put your coat there and your bag there? If you don't do that, they'll walk straight to the meeting room table, they'll sit down, they'll put their coats on the back of the chairs, they'll put all their luggage around them, and it blocks gangways. So for the events team, that's to be avoided, because people that are serving and clearing, if you're having any kind of catering in the room, are going to trip up on the bags and the coats and everything else that is now floating around the whole floor space in this room. So ask for the facility to have this near your event space. If it's not there, okay, then the alternative is to have it in your event space. Ask for one of those big mobile coat rails that can be wheeled into the room. Make sure it's at the back, make sure it's away from the presenter space, and make sure it's slightly away from the catering space as well, so you're not having people and bags colliding with china and so on. Signpost it when people come in, like physically, can you please put your coats and bags over there? Job done. So we've now got them into the room, coats and bags stored, luggage stored, super job. What's next? I've just written down number 3, drinks on arrival. The thing to explain here about having the drinks on arrival is make sure that they are hot and ready. Sometimes event teams can bring them out too early. So just check the timings with the hotel, like when to expect the drinks, when they should go out. Now, the main thing with the drinks on arrival is to be ready for everybody's allergens. And we know that nowadays, somebody somewhere is going to want oat milk, soy milk, or water. Be ready for this, because so many of us now have these allergens, myself included. If they haven't made you aware, just have it done, have it ready. And the other thing with this is make sure that it's labelled, because sometimes the event space will put these things out on the drink station, but it's not labelled. It can be quite dangerous for people. Make sure it's labelled. I'm sure if you're using a professional venue, it will be. Just check it though. I'm going to tag one more thing onto here actually. Most hotels are going to serve you with cups and saucers. I have found that if you're having people kind of stand and do a bit of networking before they sit down, cups and saucers are awkward. And it might be the default by some venues to give you this. But the thing is, right, you're standing there with your cup and your saucer, and then you've got your teaspoon and you're talking to somebody, but you want to show them a business card, or they want to show them something on their phone, or they want to get an appointment or an email. There's too much going on with hands, and like, where do you put these things? You're not standing next to a table because you've moved away to talk to somebody. I personally would dispense with the cup and saucers and have mugs. Also with mugs, you get more liquid in. So it means that you're keeping your people refreshed without them keep going back to the tea station and the coffee station. So it solves a couple of problems there. And I only know that through my own experience of running events. So mugs instead of cups and saucers. So number 4 was the allergens. So oat, soy, water. Now this is a really nice one, and one that we should do as executive assistants if we have put all our time and effort into managing this event and sometimes we don't do it. Meet and greet. You really must go to this event in person. Don't just leave it with the hotel team. If you're nearby, you know, or you're going to go and travel there, super, because it's your event, so it's really important to be there, whether you are in the main reception or you're on the door to the meeting room. My preference is to be at the door to the meeting room. You're going to signpost them to where they put their coats, where they put their bags. You're also saying welcome when they arrive, which is really nice. Like, how was your journey? It's great to see you. Where to go and get your tea, coffee. Now, the other thing that you're going to also cover off, where the toilets are, because once your meeting kicks off, they've all sat down. Now, nobody tells people where the toilets are at meetings. Have you noticed this? Everybody has the tea and the coffee, and then they sit down, and then if they get caught short and want to go, they leave the room, but they don't know where they're going. And if you're in a conference suite, sometimes the toilets are on another floor. So you want to just advise a few things. This keeps things professional. Everybody knows what they need to do. It's a really good start to your event. You've been the face of the company at greeting people, and people are just pleased to see you too, because they know that you're the person that's been organising all of this stuff. So be there on the day, do the meet and greet. If you followed all the steps here, you're on to a very good start. So thanks for watching. If you have found these tips useful for your forthcoming offsite event, then please like this video and subscribe for future short films with similar content. So thank you very much and have a good week.